And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Cardiff, inside the mighty Trigon, this is your co-main event of the evening. 6 3-minute rounds for the BKB Police Gazette Diamond Bridgerweight Championship of the World. Brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Clive Allison. Let's meet the fighters. First, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the black trunks with gold trim, he stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 211.3 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record of 2 victories versus no defeats. And he fights out of Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Introducing Emil, the Slavic Warrior, Markic. And now his opponent, the champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with black trim, he stands 6 feet tall. He holds a bare knuckle record of 7 victories versus 3 defeats and 1 no contest. And he fights out of Birmingham, England, introducing the current, the reigning, the defending BKB Bridgerweight Champion of the World, Dan Big Pod Podmore.
Clive Allison, the referee. Title fight scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. Here we go. The champion in the white trunks. The challenger in the black and gold trunks.
He'll have to be at his best to stop Podmore. Markic will have to have something special to beat Podmore, because Podmore is one tough, and he's a very experienced bare knuckle boxer.
All 7 of his bare knuckle wins have been by KO or TKO. Markic has finished both of his bare knuckle battles. Good shot right to the nose of the Slavic Warrior early. Podmore, nice head movement.
What a great double jab.
Double jab, right in the same spot.
Double jab, brilliant. And this is Canelli's effect, turning him into a boxer as well as a fighter.
And already damage to the nose of Emil Markic,
who in his last fight cut on his nose as well.
Yep. That was a heavy left, but Dan was able to lean away from the entire power coming from Markic. They are throwing.
I like his working off the jab. I love that. And as I said, that's Michael Canelli's effect.
Yep.
Michael, a good boxer himself for the Irish Guards. You know, he knows what the game's about. And we always knew how tough Podmore was. Stand his ground with anybody. But he's added ability and skill to that now.
And that's what it's all about. You have to evolve because this sport has evolved. And again, that jab has been magic.
And his footwork, by the way. For a big man, he's getting out of the way quick.
He may feel that he's not recognized to the level in which he deserves, but you recognize the ever-improving skill set of Dan Podmore.
If you win tonight, he can't be, well, not ignored, because nobody ignores him, but he's got to get that recognition he wants.
He did forget to mention Smash, but, you know.
Well, Smash is I mean, he's relentless.
Yeah, Smash is the man.
That jab's got through yet again. The left jab straight through.
And then he throws the hook, mixing it up. First tie-up, first round. 30 seconds. Swing and a miss by Markic. Podmore on the return, and again, snapping that jab.
Timeout. He really looks sharp though, Podmore, doesn't he?
Yep.
Looks really sharp.
Absolutely.
On his feet, with his hands, he looks sharp. He's having a warning though from the referee.
Bit of an open hand.
Yes.
Final seconds of the first. Podmore over 250 fights. White collar MMA, kickboxing, bare knuckle combined. Great start for the champion. It's bothersome. Keeps wiping it. Don't know if it's broken. Also a big hematoma on the left side of the face of the challenger. Very composed performance by Podmore.
Left, super left. He's getting through too often for Markic's corner to be happy with him.
It's one thing to go to train with one of the best. It's another to really embrace what you're learning and then put it on display.
Absolutely. And to utilize it, to actually use it.
Yep. In tight, Markic with a big left.
And the body is working as well.
I think in the big picture, Dan Podmore would be wise to stay a distance because he's been ruling this fight from distance.
It's working for him. Keep the distance. And keep the jab going.
Not that he can't fight in a phone booth, but I don't know if you want to even it out with Markic like that.
I think it suits Markic to get in close.
Yes.
But I think Podmore is looking to make a statement with a knockout.
And another shot that bothered Emil Markic.
Just win the fight.
Yeah. That's it. Defend your belt. Line up the next.
He's desperate to go to America as well.
He is.
I think he could have been there, but for visa problems, which
that's correct.
I think are now sorted.
Yep. Kind of a switch in the lineup. So we had Cub Hawkins and Jack Marshman.
Wow. Another two good tough guys there, by the way.
So Dan fighting here in the UK. Warning for back of the head. 110 on the clock, round 2. This is not the Podmore that you saw years ago.
No, it could be a doppelganger. It could be something different. But everything, not just fitness, skill, ability, durability, technique, it's all improved. And a lot of that is down to, since he moved from one Simon Haycock, who did him well with fitness, he's moved now for the technique to Michael Kennelly.
And he said that Fitness Factory always has the fighters in great shape.
Yeah, unbelievably so.
But when you advance in this game, you have to become a boxer without the gloves on, but you have to become a boxer, and we're seeing it on display here.
And more at the top level, the higher the level you go, you have to have more than just fitness.
He's really breaking down. 6 foot Slavic Warrior Emil Markic.
Do you like the way as well? Dan's going body, upper, body, jab to the face, then he'll work the body. I love it.
And by coming out and utilizing the jab so well, now he's able to mix it up.
Yeah.
This man is a winner. 6th straight title fight, round number 3. Fight scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. The champion has looked tremendous thus far. White trunks for Big Pod. Emil Markic in the black and gold.
What he's always done, Podmore, is made sure that the comeback is better than the setback.
Yes. All 7 wins, finishes. Last warning for the open hand. Dan acknowledged it right away, said, my bad.
He doesn't want a point deducted at this stage.
No.
Oh, good shot
right
again.
Hand. Look at that. Doubling
Quick
up
hands.
the hook.
Quick hands. And a jab then that really hurt Markic.
This is a much different Dan Podmore than we even saw when he beat Ryan Barrett to win
100%.
the BKB Bridgerweight World Championship.
100%. He's now a better all-round fighter.
No question.
Is that the same as absolutely?
Yeah.
Just checking.
It is. No, he's not, Tom. Is that better? You're wrong again.
Absolutely. Wouldn't be the first time.
That I can agree with, meaning me too. Pace is slowed a bit. That said, keeping control of the pace is what Podmore's doing here, because he's not taking any damage.
These are big guys, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Oh, both connected.
Because at this weight, one good punch can end the fight. Either way.
Either way.
I'm really impressed with the jab, the use of the jab from Podmore. Absolutely brilliant.
And Dan said the technical wasn't there. Now it is. I've fallen in love in a whole different way with this sport. And he plans on being on top for a long time.
Who's he going to have to fight then? Talk to me.
Dorian Darcher's going to chase him down in the parking lot.
Nah.
Other than that, no, I didn't mean it literally.
No, I know
but
what you're
he
saying.
does want that.
Who in America is going to fight him?
Man, it's a good question. Good question. Jerome Hatch might move up to Bridgerweight.
Wow, there you go. Now that'd be a fight.
That would be. He talked about it after his last win, back-to-back overhand rights from the hatchet, wins.
Oh, do you see him then? He's just shouted to Markic, come on. He wants him to fight him. Wow.
Our Hall of Fame matchmaker, Mel Valenzuela, just texted me, I have some playmates for Podmore stateside. Oh yeah, they're lining up.
Thanks for listening, Mel.
Yeah, thank you. Of course. The Hall of Famer is our matchmaker. Does a great job. Jim Freeman.
Both of them
same
together.
here in the UK, and they do work together.
They work
They're a
together
family.
brilliantly.
There's that jab again to establish the start of round number 4.
Nobody knows fighters in this country better than Jim Freeman.
And I would say the same for Mel Valenzuela in the United States of America. Boom with the right hand. Just that slip and rip. Boom, right on cue. Slip and rip. That was a clean punch to the eye. He is breaking Markic down.
Slowly but surely. And that slip and move, look, the feet slip and move.
Yep. Good.
Now, there's the difference. He got hit and straight away he came back with a punch.
Yes.
Counter punching, excellent.
A good Irish lad, Michael Conley in the States. You look at him and then you look at Peter Welch from Saudi, and they always say, smart feet, smart fighter, slip and rip.
100%.
How about Cody East as a possibility?
Wow, there you go.
Coming off what is maybe the greatest fight ever. What a battle it was.
He's got to win this first.
He does. Thank you, Mel.
But he is looking sharper than I've seen him, Dan Podmore.
He is.
Great feet. And I'm not sure, but I can't see a mark on him.
No.
See his head movement as well, he's good. Picking his punches.
Nice. Moved to the side a bit, landed the body shot.
That jab, the use of that jab is as good as he's ever been for Dan Podmore.
1-2, and he covers up. Maybe a little bit of an accidental eye poke. Big Pod working through it. Yep, see him wiping the left eye, little blood. It's bothering Dan a little bit, Tom.
Have I got this right, or is it not?
Ooh, that is the best
that's a great
jab thrown tonight by Markic. That snapped his head back. Slavic Warrior said, hey, don't forget, Big Pod, I'm a warrior.
I was just beginning to wonder, with watching that start of that round, whether or not he got it still in him, Markic, and then he comes back with that.
Yeah. So the answer would be
yes.
Yes, he does. Best round thus far for the challenger.
No.
These two don't mind it.
It takes a special breed, doesn't it?
Yes.
A special courage, a special type of person to want to get in this ring.
That's why anybody who gets in is already a winner.
But you know, sitting in front of TV, we can all be great fighters.
Absolutely. We can break it down, we can tell them what they did wrong,
yeah.
Tell them what we would have done,
yeah.
But not have the ability to ever do it.
100%.
Fifth round. Round number 4 was the best for the challenger. Early on, it was all big pod. Get off the line. Michael Kennelly just said to Dan, get off the line. Get off the line, Dan.
That's a good cornerman who spots it. A good cornerman, a good trainer.
Nice left hook by the Slavic Warrior. 2 minutes on the clock, round 5. Title fight, 6 3-minute rounds. Podmore the champ, looking for his first title defense.
He certainly made a mark this last round, doesn't he? Round and a half, Markic.
And again, Markic, now it's Markic jab that's landing. Body from Podmore. It's going to be a potentially long 4.5 minutes for both men. Now bloodied up is the champion.
But look at Markic, he's come forward all the time.
Yep.
Just a forward, front foot. Oh, great combination.
Great 1-1-2 answer from Big Pod. This is why BKB and the Mighty Trigon are the top of the game, the trendsetters, the future for this great sport. The oldest form of combat. Modern day, it is as enjoyable as any to be part of, and definitely to have the seat that you and I have, Tom.
Incredibly privileged to sit here and watch these guys. And John L. Sullivan, he was the epitome of bare knuckle boxing.
Indeed.
I remember him saying he'd rather fight than go to a funeral. Although he did fight at a funeral once.
I'm sure he did. Fought in 100 degrees for about 3 hours. Final 30 seconds of the 5th round. Championship rounds still to come. Much more even in the 4th and 5th than it was early.
But a great fight nonetheless.
Yeah, no knockdowns. 6-round fight.
Yet.
Just saying. I have him ahead. I just don't know if it's 4-1, 3-2, but it doesn't matter what we think.
No.
What really matters is what's going to happen in these final 3 minutes.
100%.
6th and final round. The champion in the white trunks. The challenger in the black and gold trunks. Both men bloodied, swollen, but not beaten.
It's
Far
interesting.
from it.
It's interesting because his corner would have said to him, listen, you're winning, keep out of trouble, don't get hit. Markic should have been told, you've got to go for it. So who knows what's going to happen here?
But if you stay passive, potentially give away a round because of not being on the offense.
Then who knows?
Then who knows?
But for Markic, I think without a doubt, he's got to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah. But man, after the damage he took in the first 3 rounds.
Wow, yes.
To come back the way he did in the 4th, very even round 5, and 2 minutes remain in our co-main event for the Bridgerweight World Championship.
And both look like they've been in a fight.
Because they have.
Because they have, exactly right. But how good is the matchmaking?
Oh, it's tremendous. Well, it also is the roster that has been built
There you go.
by our leaders, top to bottom. Good combination, finishing with the left hand there by Big Pod. Midway point of the 6th and final round. Double jab, right hand lands for Markic.
They always say sometimes it's better to finish better than start the fight better. You know what I mean?
Leave that impression.
Because judges can be influenced by the final rounds.
Dan's certainly not passive here.
No.
In the 6th and final round. 1 minute on the clock. Double Double jab from Podmore, then from Markic. Markic landed, and again he landed. They tie up with 40 seconds.
They're two tired fighters.
They are. And you said about midway point of the fight, no damage.
And
on
now
the
look
face
at
of
him.
Podmore. Yeah.
Now look at him.
"20 seconds remain."
This has been a great fight, Mike.
What you want in a title fight.
No quarter asked, given or expected.
Looks like this title fight is going to go the distance. It will be in the hands of the judges.
Both Podmore eyes are closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 full championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Judge number 1 sees the contest 58-57, while our second and third judges see it 58-56, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, and still the BKB Police Gazette Diamond Bridgerweight Champion of the World, Big Dan Podmore.
That dominance early, even without a knockdown, earned Podmore some 10-8s.